got a review to do. Dude, The Orphanage? Hey, Emily, what's the scoop on this one?
Thanks again, guys. The Orphanage, directed by Juan Antonio Bayona and written by Sergio G. Sanchez, was released in the United States on January 11th. The Spanish horror film was nominated for 28 awards and has received 7, including Best Film and Best New Director at the Barcelona Film Awards. The Orphanage was nominated for the Critics' Choice for Best Foreign Language Film here in the United States. The movie is also Spain's official submission to the 80th Annual Academy Awards for Best Foreign Language Film. Shot primarily in Barcelona, the movie has a running time of about 100 minutes and is rated R for some disturbing content. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emily. The Orphanage follows the story of a woman named Laura who's just moved back into the orphanage she grew up with. She's took her new family there, but as her son disappears, the history of the home begins to haunt her.
Oh yeah, I just want to start off by saying, I love Guillermo del Toro. He's the producer of the film. He did Pan's Labyrinth. He does an amazing job. You know, the directors and writers do an amazing job with this film. I just can't get enough of his works and his stories and everything like that. I mean, the concept of this movie is, it's such a great take on the supernatural horror genre. You know, it's just done so well.
It really is. It's one of the movies where everything comes together. And I think one of the key things to that was the scenery and the imagery of this movie, because where it takes place is this orphanage. It's out in the middle of nowhere. And anybody who's been in a situation where you're far away from your neighbors in an old house at night, that's a creepy situation in and of itself. So then when you have crazy things happening, that just amplifies it all.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the setting of this movie is, it gives this kind of timeless air to the movie.
Yeah.
Where, you know, if this happened 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years from today, it wouldn't matter because of the timeless setting, you know, off in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's never gonna get dated, this movie.
Oh, definitely. And you know, going along with that setting, the actors who filmed this movie, I think they just do an amazing job.
They do a phenomenal job. And again, that comes back for Belén Rueda, who stars as Laura in this movie. She does a great job portraying a mother who's lost her son and is gonna do anything to get him back.
Yeah, she does a pretty good job. She's got a funny name, though. What?
Look, I don't want to have a problem with the Ruedas like we did with the Ejiofor, okay?
I didn't say her name was dumb.
Well, now you did, so.
Look, look, she does a great job, all right, name aside. But it's one of those acting jobs where...
You know, sometimes I don't know how you got this job.
Oh, I slept with the producer.
Joel? You know what, never mind. Moving on. Okay, so the pacing of this movie is really good because it all comes together and hits with a great crescendo at the end when everything starts, you know, going wrong.
Yeah, it's just everything, when it gets going, is amazing. It really is. It's just, my problem with it, the first half of the movie is pretty flat. It's kind of like it hits one straight note across until it hits the part where the symphony comes in and everything gets rolling and things start picking up, and that is a great part. But the whole beginning part is a little bit...
Yeah, that has to do with the fact that you have ADD. Because the beginning of this movie, what they're doing there is they're setting up for you things you're going to see later, and because you're seeing them now, they're going to seem much more terrifying under a different context.
Look, the credits are like 20 minutes long. I would be honest with you. It looks like every person in Spain made this movie.
All right, I'll give you the credits. Okay? But the rest of the movie is wonderful.
Yeah, and I think bottom line on this movie, go see it. It's wonderful, and you know, being that it's a foreign film aside, even if there were no subtitles, you still get what's going on, which is probably the best part. It's visual, it's visceral, it's just a great movie.
Yeah, you should definitely go see it, but you might have a little trouble finding it. This was a limited release to begin with, and you know, it's one of those things that I want you to go out and see it because you're gonna have a good time talking with your friends about it afterwards, but you may actually have to wait until this one comes out on DVD. I don't think that'll hurt the movie though.
No, this is just good. If you can see it, see it.
All right, so we have to end the show now.
I think that's the end of the show. What?
How do we get out of here?
BoGard?
Emily! Emily!
Oh, wait, what? That's not the script.
Oh, God. Joel. Okay, what did we learn today, Kevin?
Yeah, well, Samurai Warrior's Katana sucks, drives you to suicide.
Yeah, and Bleach is a nice way to do that.
Emily's smart.
Yeah. Oh, and go see Cloverfield and The Orphanage. They're both great movies.
Yeah, and join us next time. We'll have Emily.
And, well, BoGard if he pulls through. I'm Paul Hackett.
I'm Kevin Costello.
For the Critics.tv.